All right. Welcome to the show, Jasmine. I've got a special guest here today for technically what we call Sync B-Sides. Still not sure about the name yet, but we'll go with it. So I've got Jasmine Yap from Juwai IQI. Did I say that right?
Juwai
Yes,
IQI.
Juwai IQI. Yes, I always get it
Yes,
wrong. So they're a PropTech company, and Jasmine is
yes,
an assistant manager for performance marketing there. So,
yes,
so she's actually leads the performance marketing team and is responsible for online advertising and marketing strategy, right? So it's you're primarily focused on paid advertisements, right? To
yes,
grow the brand
correct.
digital.
Yep.
Awesome. Welcome to the show, Jasmine, and thank you so much for taking time on a Friday. It's still morning, Friday morning to talk to me, right? Okay, so we'll jump straight into it because I think it was really interesting. The short conversation we had before when I met you at a marketing conference in KL. So I thought,
Yeah.
okay, Jasmine's really she's changing a lot of misconceptions I had about marketing, especially in property and when it came to digital advertising, when it came to property. So I thought, okay, let's get Jasmine on the show to kind of ask her a little bit more about that, right? So
Yeah.
maybe let's go a little bit more on on your background, right? So like, why did you choose performance marketing and to something to focus on?
Okay. Hi everyone. Before I proceed, maybe I can say a hi first. Hi everyone. Hi Deng, and thanks for inviting me on
Yeah.
this. Really appreciate that. So let me briefly introduce my background. Like why did I choose performance marketing?
Mhm.
So actually, I come from an education background. I was a kindergarten teacher back then. So what happened was, why I joined this is coming from a very simple intention, which is to help my mom and my friends' business back in 3 to 4 years back. Because during that time, my mom's and friends' businesses they needed help in social media marketing and also the pay ads support. But during the time, it's not so easy to find people to help out. Yeah, so I decided to self learn and help my moms and friends, and even when I was still a teacher. Yeah, so eventually I found this industry is very interesting and very potential, and I decided I would like to choose this path. So that's why performance marketing. Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. Actually, I've got to follow up right off the bat. You said your self taught, right, with
Yeah.
performance marketing.
Yes.
So in my experience, I actually find people that are self taught tend to have different and I'm generalizing, but better perspectives when it comes to marketing because they're kind of not confined by education and what they say this is going to be the way,
Yeah.
especially in digital marketing because what you learned in year one, I mean, by the time you graduate, it's completely irrelevant at this point. There's a new platform out, the algorithm has changed, so all the
Yeah.
strategies don't
Exactly.
work. So
Yes.
I think self thought is actually fascinating because you're fully aware that okay, I knew nothing 6 months ago, and now I'm learning, and things are changing as I learn.
Yes.
Um, did you find right that when you were learning about digital marketing, did you find that um, it's is it more about the technical aspect or is it more about understanding consumers and people just understanding people in general that was the I think the more impactful or effective part of performance marketing.
I think both are very important. The concept in understanding what social media is all about, what is digital marketing or marketing is all about, the concept and the mindset is very important. Then it comes with the technical foundation. And I think these two has to balance out because for the technical one, you can learn via courses and also like, let's say online YouTube videos. But in terms of the mindset and concept, I would say I learn a lot from reading books. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Oh no,
like,
that's really
yeah.
good.
Mm,
That's really interesting because I think I, a lot of times when you look at stuff like courses online and people talking about like digital marketing courses, they're teaching you the techniques and the technical aspects, but
mm.
they're really kind of ignoring the fact that if you understand people, you can
Yeah,
learn the other things pretty easily.
exactly. That's a very good question. Actually, that is very important as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think not enough people kind of focus on that part, which is
Yeah.
it's not disappointing. I don't want to sound like I'm saddened by that, but it's more interesting because it feel like then you're not really you don't really understand marketing because you don't understand people. What you do is you're a
Yes.
technical person, and it's great. That's very valuable, but it's half the battle for me at least.
Yeah. 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 That's very true. Yeah.
All right. So, actually, so the reason that I wanted to speak to you is like the reason that I want to speak to you is because what you mentioned was, so I came to you with an incorrect perception that using platforms like TikTok, for example, won't be useful or is not really that impactful in your industry, right? Property, prop tech, and such. But
Mm.
you actually told me, no, it's great because you're trying to attract young talent and you're trying to attract like people to become property agents in Malaysia. So you told me that you actually use all the major platforms, right?
Yeah, correct.
Which which one has is the best for you in terms of generating the best results, and why?
Okay.
Like, why do you think that's the case?
All right. So I think it's also very much depends on what kind of business that you are operating. But for us, we our main objective is to, like what Turn say you mentioned just now, we are mainly focusing on hiring the talents. So
Mhm.
that's why we are targeting young people. So currently, what we actually use a lot of platforms for ads, like let's say TikTok, Twitters, Google, LinkedIn, sometimes Facebook and Instagram and some other platforms. But what are the one that generating the best results for us? There are three mainly. I would say the first one will be Google. So Google, there are SEM and SEO. These two are equally good for us. And secondly, there is Facebook ads and the TikTok ads. So I would like to share with you like why I think these are the best. Actually, it's not based on my perception; it's based on the result and the data. So in terms of volume, TikTok and Facebook give us the most numbers of leads. Okay, the volume. So TikTok, because you know a lot of young people they are scrolling TikToks
Yeah,
every day, every night. So it's very easy to get leads
yeah,
on
you're right.
TikTok. But most often, the leads from TikTok is not as quality compared to the leads that we get from Facebook or Google. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but we still get the volume. There are still conversion, but not very high. Just the volume is there. So you get what I mean, right? And
Mhm.
secondly, when it comes to quality wise, we found more potential and quality leads from Google SEM and SEO. Yeah, people who search for us and then they really sign up. So this has higher conversion opportunity and also potential.
Got
And
it.
and
Yeah.
the thirdly, on the middle ground, Facebook is doing a good job in terms of having good volume and also cost efficient. Yeah. So we are utilizing these three platforms. Like we are not very single focused on a single platform. We use these three to balance out the results together. Yeah. So I would say in terms of cost effectively and also good volume, Facebook comes the best result that we can see. Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting because for
Mm.
you, you see Facebook as being kind of your best platform.
Yeah.
Uh, That's so interesting because I mean the general consensus from most people in digital marketing seems to be that Facebook as a platform lost a lot of value once the Apple basically turned off being able
Mm.
to access their
Mm.
data, stop Facebook from accessing their data and such. And if you look at the advertising, if you go to the Facebook business platform, business manager platform, and then you start looking at how you can target, it's restricted now heavily, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
you're actually saying that it's really effective. And I've heard this before, primarily in Malaysia, where Facebook is still an extremely effective platform for marketing. So everyone is still doing, it's like nothing changed, literally like nothing changed, because almost overnight in Singapore, for example, and some other markets that we've
Mm.
done a little bit of work in,
Mm.
um, marketers have suddenly said, okay, and advertisers in general have said, we're going to reduce our spend on Facebook. And that's
Yeah.
been showing in the numbers right now.
Yes.
Except in Malaysia, where everyone's just like, no, it's the same now. I'm like,
I think you brought up a really good point because you know everywhere like US or like let's say Canada, everywhere they are saying Facebook is dying.
yeah,
Yeah, but it also depends very much on the demographic and also what people like. You know, in Malaysia, a lot of people still reading news on Facebook,
yeah,
and I would say Facebook is still very effective for us, although the cost is getting higher. But I mean, like if you compare with other platforms, it still gives us good result. Yeah. So Facebook still we still put a lot of budget. Like we still allocate a lot of budget on Facebook. But like what you mentioned just now, we are also concerning about the future of Facebook because we actually experience like account get disabled by Facebook or sometimes different restriction on Facebook. So we are exploring TikTok. That's why now we are also spending on TikTok. So we are not just single focusing on Facebook. We also focus on Google and TikTok to balance out everything to be safe. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you have to. If your entire marketing strategy is built on one platform, you're kind of beholden to that platform. The moment
Yes,
anything
exactly.
changes, we've
Mm.
experienced that a little bit where Facebook has, not for us particularly, but for some of our clients, where Facebook has banned the page or like stopped us from advertising for no reason. We followed every single thing, and then
Yeah.
we from what we understood is there's an automated banning process that is a bit faulty, or they have a team of people not based here who don't understand context of. So when you make like a funny joke or something on Facebook, they see
Yeah.
that as being like they see that as being a negative, or going against their policy. But then if
Yes.
anyone who understood the language looked at it, they were like, oh no, this is actually pretty normal. It can go through.
Yep.
All right, no, so that's interesting, right? So because I mean that kind of ties into my next question, because I've seen a lot of brands start and everyone's actually on it, to be fair, like on TikTok, like quite a lot of brands on it right now.
Yep.
I haven't seen that many brands in Southeast Asia doing very well on TikTok. I've seen some doing okay. What advice, like, would you give? Do you think you're comfortable to give advice to brands who are like trying to use the TikTok platform in order to, help? It could be marketing, it could be selling, it could be trying to acquire talent like you're doing. Like, what advice would you give a brand who's like venturing into TikTok right now?
Yeah. So TikTok is a very I would say very young platform,
Hmm.
and mostly the audience, definitely there are still like people who are more matured, but majority of them are very very young. So it has to, I think the content has to be really authentic, because if you find Gen Z or younger people, they don't really like a lot of fake thing. They like memes, because memes actually tell a lot
Yeah.
of reality, and also they like authentic content. So if you want to brand or market on TikTok, the content has to be really authentic. Don't edit it to be very commercial like. Try
Mhm.
to make it more TikTok-ish. And also the trick for us, and also I think it will be applicable for people out there, is if you want to promote on TikTok or to brand yourself, the best thing you can try is to combine the promotional content or the message with the TikTok trend. So, for example, we actually try a lot of content, dancing content with promotional message with trendy TikTok song. So it
Got
actually
it.
catch the attention of the audience, and they really stay with us, and some of them even sign up with us. So the trick is combine the content with the TikTok trend. What is trendy now? Jump on the trend with the message that you want to convey. Yeah, so that's what we are currently doing. It got us quite many leads from there. Yeah.
No, so that's really interesting. I think that's really good advice, because I think most marketers would say like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Well, maybe I say a disconnect with from the brand perspective is we still have brands that say, okay, propose 6 months a 6 month content calendar for TikTok, like now
Yeah.
till like June of next year. And what we would say is, I mean, we can, but it'll be rubbish, right? We got to
Yes.
do it. We got to do it on the fly. What's relevant today, and I'm not even joking about the time frame, is not relevant tomorrow. So
Yeah,
we got to
that's
do
very true.
something there,
Yeah.
and that's what actually makes. So when agencies do TikTok marketing, it's very expensive. It always is, because they've got to have somebody who's literally saying, "I'm going to film a video. I can't do lunch. I've got to run and film a video right now." And I'm like, okay. But
Yes, yes, yes.
brands don't seem to understand that, because they still see it as like a more traditional platform, right? Because with Instagram, for example, or with Facebook, or LinkedIn, like LinkedIn is kind of the best example. You
Mm.
can plan 3 months in advance.
Yep.
You'll just leave gaps for like, okay, cool. There's going to be something trending we can talk about here, but that's
Yep.
one post. In TikTok, we've seen that in order to get traction, you got to post 3 to 5 times a day sometimes. Like you got to be posting, repost as well. That's completely
Yeah.
fine.
Yes,
um
yes.
but we're not Brands don't seem to understand that, and that's what I don't get, because I can understand if the brand owner is like an old man. Okay, cool, like that guy's never seen TikTok in his life. I believe that.
Mm.
But like your head of marketing, or your just anybody under the age of 40 will know what TikTok is, right? And they would have seen it. They're like, oh, it's stupid, but people seem to love it, right?
Yes,
This
that's
is
very
not
true.
my perception. I used to be anti TikTok until I got obsessed with it, and
Right.
now
I also spent hours on it. I was like, oh my goodness.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so when I downloaded TikTok, I downloaded TikTok as a joke, right? And one of my friends, did the same thing. He and I, completely unrelated, we had the same experience. I downloaded TikTok as a joke. I didn't even log in, because you can access it with the logging in. I was like, ha, this is stupid. 3 hours later, I was like, oh god, I gotta go to bed.
Right. Yeah, I actually downloaded TikTok not for myself, initially. I downloaded for the company
Yeah,
because I feel
exactly.
like
Yeah,
maybe
I
I
did the
should
same thing.
try to take a look because like everyone is using it. I was also like what you say just now. I also thought it like a joke. But then eventually I am actually enjoying using it. That's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their algorithm is actually is so interesting. I think it's one of the most interesting algorithms out there. It's not the best. I think YouTube has a better algorithm for relevant content.
Yep.
I think TikTok has a algorithm for, I'm going to push you deeper and deeper into this specific path, and that's it. So it's not giving you relevant content. It's just forcing you down like just constant videos
Yes.
that you're interested in, because it's, yeah, I think they understand persona a little bit better than
Yeah,
most
yeah,
other
yeah.
platforms.
Yeah, so that's why I think TikTok definitely is a platform that is worth exploring because a
Yeah,
lot of people just spending a lot of time on TikTok. Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree.
Mm,
I agree. I think it is an interesting platform to explore. I
yeah.
think maybe where the biggest change has to come from is people understanding that, like brands, sorry, not people, brands understanding that this is different. You have to look at it from a perspective of you content creation, and it's pure content creation. It
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
TikTok, the value of a TikTok lasts 30 minutes, but that 30 minutes can mean, hundreds, if not thousands of sales or whatever it is, or like
Mm,
hundreds of thousands of views. So
mm,
it's kind of worth it sometimes.
yep.
Okay, so I'm cognizant of your time because I did promise you we'll keep this short. But maybe, so I'll have a last question, right? So it's so interesting that you're a self-taught performance marketer. So what would you tell someone, maybe a recent grad or just anyone who's looking to kind of start their career in performance marketing? Like, what would you give them advice, or what would you tell them?
Okay. This is a very, very good question. Yeah. So to me, my advice to the people out there like recent grad, if you are looking to start a career in this industry, I'll say having just a degree is not enough. Really, it's not enough. So if whether you have a business degree or marketing degree or any degree, I don't think it's enough because marketing, especially digital marketing, is a very fast-paced industry.
Yeah.
Every single day there are new things, or like even Facebook ad manager, sometimes every single 3 days there are different changes already.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would say don't stop learning and don't really rely on the degree itself. Get more learning from YouTube or getting free or relevant certification
Hmm.
on the platforms that you want to know more. Like for example, you can go to Google Analytics Academy, take their free course, or HubSpot Academy or Meta Blueprint Academy. These are the free academy platform that allows you to learn more relevant skill that will help you in landing you in on the job that you want. So
Okay.
I would say don't rely on the degree, but also get this kind of learning by yourself to get a clearer and relevant understanding on the job that you want. Yeah. And other than that, I think another thing is very important is also get hands-on experience as much as possible. So if let's say one of your friends want help in their business marketing, do it because you might want to it might help to get build your portfolio.
Hmm.
Even if it's for free, just do it and gain the experience and build your portfolio. I think it will help a lot to persuade your future employers that you are actually interested in this industry and you have tried a few things. So it
Yep.
really shows that you are dedicated, and also, and on top of that, you also have some relevant certificate. It really helps to make you to stand on a better position compared to other candidates. Yeah, so
Yep.
I think that's my advice to the young people out there if you're looking for a performance marketing job or any job in digital marketing. Yeah.
No, that's really good advice. I couldn't agree with you more about actually doing the real work first, even if it's
Yes.
something super small.
Yes. Do it.
Every time we look at a candidate, right, intern, junior position, whatever it is, if they've done something, even if it's like, oh yeah, I helped my friend's blog shop set up newsletters, or like, we pitched a couple of stories to the media, we got a story in the media. I'm like, you understand it. So my your learning is just going to be like this, because it's just we're just going to add things onto it and just
Mm.
maybe correct a few small mistakes versus having to teach you the basics. This is what a
Yes,
pitch is. This is what that is. If you
exactly.
yeah, if you've done it right, I cannot I cannot express how different it is to get the same kind of same CV, except for one difference where that person has done something relevant before,
Yes.
and I'm like, I like this person immediately. I'm like, this person is better, unless the other candidate can prove me wrong, right? So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
no, that's very good advice. I think it's interesting because
Yeah.
I don't think that's spoken about enough here in Southeast Asia. I think that's spoken out globally. People like talk about you had to try stuff, you had to do things.
Yeah.
Here, there doesn't seem to be a very strong push for people to kind of step into, actually take initiative to start their own thing, or to try something first before their first job.
Yeah. And
Because
I
I mean,
think,
it's not difficult.
yeah, a lot of people already box like, oh, I have a degree, so let's
Yeah,
apply. And I think that is really like old fashioned kind of way to file for a job nowadays. So better get some hands on experience first, because it's very easy to get hands on experience too, in my point of view. Just that whether
yeah.
you want to do it or not. Yeah.
I mean, we're not even talking like 2 years. We're talking maybe 1 to 2 months of just hands-on experience helping somebody market
Yeah.
something. Because you
Yes.
can actually still show results in 2 months. In
Yeah,
1 month,
exactly.
you can show results if you work hard.
Yes.
It's that's such good advice that I think, yeah, we should definitely be talking about that more.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Jasmine, this has been a great conversation. Again,
Yeah.
as this has been happening on it more and more, we've been
Yeah.
trying to keep it to 10 minutes, but it's never going to be that. It's never going to be that short, because we've always had good luck getting really great guests with people who have different perspectives on marketing versus just trying to spout the same thing over and over again, which I don't think is valuable, because you can just go to YouTube and Google that. I think it's actually finding people who've done it, experienced it, and understand that there are nuances to marketing that matter.
Yeah.
All right, Jasmine, thank you so much. What we will do is we will, once we publish this, I will put all your company's social media handles everywhere, so people can have a look, just so they can check
Mm.
everything out. Is there
Mm.
anything that you want to share about the company, or anything that you want to tell listeners or viewers of this who might be interested in finding out more?
I think so far would be fine. But if you are Malaysian, or any if you are Malaysian and if you are interested in joining in a real estate company, probably you can consider us, because we are a company that's very supportive to agents who want to grow their business. Yeah. So do look up for us, IQI. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much, Jasmine.
Okay, thank you.